Elaine Pagels' nonfiction work, Beyond Belief, The Secret Gospel of Thomas, 2003, delves into the early Christian texts to uncover the formation and development of Christianity. Pagels challenges the notion that Christianity is solely defined by rigid adherence to a specific set of beliefs. Renowned as an award-winning and best-selling author in religious and historical literature, Pagels has garnered respect in the theological community for her scholarly contributions. A central focus of Beyond Belief is the Gospel of Thomas, one of numerous Christian texts discovered in the 20th century. These newly found texts, including the Gospel of Thomas, present a different perspective on the path to finding God, challenging the idea that there is only one prescribed way within the Christian Church. Pagels argues that contemporary Orthodox Christianity does not accurately align with the earliest Christian teachings and overlooks Jesus' original intentions for the Church. These intentions, as depicted in scriptures such as the Gospel of Thomas, call for a more inclusive approach. Predictably, Beyond Belief has drawn criticism from traditional Christians who view it as potentially undermining the authority of the Christian Church, as it suggests alternative paths to connecting with God outside of doctrinal frameworks. The book's 5 chapters tackle different aspects that question the validity of today's Christian Church. Pagels emphasizes the importance of inclusivity in Christianity, aligning with Jesus' original intentions. She acknowledges her own Gnostic perspective on Christianity, acknowledging how it influences her work. In the opening chapter of Beyond Belief, The Secret Gospel of Thomas, titled From the Feast of Agape to the Nicene Creed, Elaine Pagels shares her personal reflections on Christianity. She acknowledges the comfort and solace the Christian Church provides to its followers. However, she questions the notion that the Church has absolute authority on all matters concerning God, leaving no room for debate. Pagels' own experiences, such as her son's terminal illness, led her to seek God outside the confines of traditional church settings. She recognizes that there is a distinction between what one believes and what one feels. It is possible to love God and embrace Christianity without subscribing to rigid and dogmatic beliefs, as God's presence can be experienced in various forms. Pagels suggests that Western Christianity, in its early stages, faced a critical decision between the teachings of the Gospel of John and the Gospel of Thomas. The Christian Church chose John's Gospel and rejected Thomas's teachings. However, Pagels proposes that the Christian Church would have evolved differently if it had incorporated both texts. She further explores this dilemma in the 2nd chapter, Gospels in Conflict, John and Thomas. Pagels explains that John intentionally countered Thomas's more open-minded and inclusive views, as John's narrower teachings aligned better with the political climate of the time. Nonetheless, Pagels acknowledges that there is no evidence to suggest that John was entirely opposed to Thomas's Gospel, since there is no record of John having read it. In the 3rd chapter, God's Word or Human Words, Pagels delves into the significance of seeking God independently. She argues that our quest for spiritual enlightenment should not be limited to a single set of scriptures, especially when those scriptures are incomplete and exclude works like Thomas's Gospel. The path to salvation should not be bound to a specific church or religious denomination, but should emerge from within us, guided by our personal spiritual exploration. In the chapter titled The Canon of Truth and the Triumph of John, Pagels challenges the credibility of belief-based Christianity. She posits that ancient politicians, driven by their own thirst for power, sought to control the Church. By imposing a doctrine based on strict adherence to prescribed beliefs, they effectively suppressed freedom of thought and independent debate. The Church dictated what people should think, and out of fear of damnation, individuals complied without question. In the 5th chapter, Constantine and the Catholic Church, Pagels delves into her personal reasons for questioning the teachings of the Church. She desires to align herself with the Christian Church, but recognizes that she will only be accepted if she unquestioningly embraces its designated texts. Pagels contends that this rigid shaping of the Church does not align with Jesus' original intentions. Instead of merely offering spiritual solace in times of need, the Church should foster an environment that encourages individuals to seek and experience God on their own terms. Pagels ultimately concludes that the Christian Church lacks validity. It cannot claim historical legitimacy because it disregards the entirety of Christ's teachings. She argues that the Church, being a human construct, is susceptible to being shaped by human desires and self-interest. Her perspectives naturally provoke controversy, but she addresses the concerns raised by her critics in other works. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.